What is up, everyone? This is Coach Austin here coming to you from Hyper Strength and Conditioning. Gotta rep it. It's like inverted image here. But thank you for watching. We're going over 5 no bullshit ways to build a muscle and lose fat fast. So if you're watching this, you're interested in losing fat, building lean body mass, no matter where you are. You're probably a busy or overworked professional. Probably sits more than 8 hours a day. I mean, you do what you do. Your career's getting it. But now you're kind of in this point in your life where you kind of need accountability, or you need some like kickstart. You need to know where to start. You want to build muscle. You want to lose fat, and you don't know kind of where to start. You don't know where to start, and you kind of need guidance. So this is where we come in, and this is one of the big reasons I'm creating this little. It's supposed to be a webinar, but I decided to just record it, and hopefully it'll help a lot of people instead of like always waiting for it to be live. But feel free to comment below if you guys want me to make any more videos pertaining to other topics. But for the most part, for what I've seen, for all the people we deal with, especially in our gym, a lot of people are looking for the answer of muscle toning, losing fat, changing body composition, and that's what we're going to be going over, ladies and gents. All right. If I can change. Yes! All right. We're doing something. All right. I'm like, what? So I'm going to move my head around. Woo! All right. So that's very funny. Hello there. Hello. No, just kidding. So, howdy. Who am I? My name is Austin Toloza. I own Hyper Strength and Conditioning in San Jose, California, where we do personal training, small group training, and group condition classes. And we also do gamified fun workouts. I've been coaching since 2006, personal training since 2006. General population clients I've experienced through the gamut. Professional, collegiate, high school, private, corporate sector, all that fun stuff. I had the opportunity and privilege to train a lot of people from different shapes and sizes and all that fun stuff. In 2014, I was ranked top 10 personal trainer to watch by Life Fitness, and it was great. I got a free trip for me and my wife to my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, but I got a free trip for us to New York, where I competed with the other 9 competitors to be the top 1. But it was fun. It was great. No, I did not win, but I made it pretty up there. But it was a great experience. It was a great experience, and I loved it. But yeah, so moving over to that, we're gonna go over before we break down the 5 steps. We're gonna break down some examples of what I feel like the kind of super crazy expectation that a lot of people have for themselves, and what a lot of people see. All right. If I can figure this out. Oh, okay. So we got Gal Gadot, and we got Kumail Nanjiani, and these people are so they got Wonder Woman, and we got the future star of Eternals. Okay, these are superhero. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. I kind of messed up there. All right, so these are superhero. I'm gonna move my head here, but these are superhero people who look at it. I mean, there's when people saw Kumail's body, they're like, "Wow, that's Photoshop. That's crazy." And then you got Gal Gadot, who like beefed up for Wonder Woman. And the reason why I picked these two is because I feel this is like a general sense of what people want, what people from what not all people, but the people that have been asking about our services in San Jose, about strength conditioning, personal training. We got a lot of people who want to tone. They want to tone up. They want to lose fat. They want to build muscle. They want to get stronger. Hence, Gal Gadot beefing up. Even if she was on a weightlifting program. She was coached by, I think, like with the Magnus method. But again, celebrity trainers. These guys. Full disclaimer, ladies and gents, these guys and girls, they were, celebrity trainers, training consistently. They had their own nutritionist. The studio paid for everything. All right. So this is kind of like a hyper focused or a hyper hyper type of goal, a hyper sense of goal. Like, man, I like, how can I look like that? That's crazy. And some people are like, oh, that's just photoshopped. And it's like, nah, dude, like this is what it looks like when you're super fucking dialed in. Like super fucking dialed in. And there's no excuses. This is their profession. So we got to understand that. But we also got to understand that just cause it's like, well, they that's their profession, that means it's impossible for me. It's not totally impossible, ladies and gents. Like, the body can still change with consistency, and we're gonna go over simple shit that you can implement right now to get it going. Is it gonna be easy? No, it's gonna be simple, like to follow, but it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. Fuck that. It's gonna be hard, but it's gonna be worth it. All that fun stuff. I know you guys hear it, but I love using Gal Gadot's as an example because she was straight up like lifting weight to get ready for Wonder Woman. And a lot of women, even to this day, a lot of people are just like, I don't want to bulk up, muscles bad, I don't want to look big, I don't want to look like super bodybuilding. It's like, no, you're not. Women, you're not. You lack the hormones to get super like bulky. It's not gonna happen. And for a lot of guys, I feel like they just want to put on muscle. A lot of this is like the general shape of the newbie individual who's male, they want to build muscle. I've seen it a lot, especially in San Jose, because we're a tech capital freaking of the world, so a lot of people just sit, and this is like the typical body type, right? And people want, like, a lot of people who talk to me, they want to build muscle, they want to look stronger, they want to get, they want to beast it. And I mean, if you have a freaking full-time staff working on you, then yeah, you're gonna look like that. But it's not impossible. It's not impossible. I mean, this shows like it is possible to change. Now, then we could go over, like, is he natty, bruh? Or is he natty, or is that juice, bruh? And I don't know. From what I've gathered, Grant Roberts was his coach. This is 10 months, 5 days a week of lifting and training hard. And that was like an hour a day. But that was also being on top of your diet. So again, but this is like a pretty natural progression. 10 months of work, almost a year of consistent work. So again, it's crazy. This is like the most extreme examples, but I feel like this is kind of like where people's heads are at. And I want to address it right now because everyone sees it on Instagram. Everyone sees it on social media. It's like, oh, I want to look like that, or I want to be like that, and da-da-da-da. And you have to keep in mind, these guys, it's their livelihood. But at the same time, if you fucking kill it with consistency, you won't, like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, you could get there too. But at the same time, it's possible to make progress, to make similar progress. Okay. But yeah, I just wanted to show you superhuman examples of what we're trying to do, which is build muscle and burn fat. That's what we're doing. So with that, moving forward, if I can get this slide working. All right. So what the fuck is muscle? What the fuck is muscle? Okay. So with that being said, this is lean body mass right here. We're looking at all the muscles. We're looking at all, like, look at that booty. All right. So lean tissue. All right. This is what muscle is. Muscle is living. It is active. It requires a lot of energy to be sustained and to be utilized. Muscle is it's soft tissue that helps move your bones. I'm trying to be like, it's just layman's terms, guys and ladies and everyone else in between. I'm just trying to explain it in layman's terms. I'm not trying to be all super scientific. I'm not trying to bore you guys with any of that fucking terminology. I mean, look at all these like words and shit. Triceps brachii and biceps. But I'm gonna tell you right now, in any effective type of training program, any effective, like when you're trying to build muscle, we're going to focus on legs. All right. Legs, all that. Look how much muscle's in the legs. Look, you got look at the quads. You got the groin area. You got the glutes. These bad boys right here, hamstrings. And if you suffer from like muscle pain or like low back injuries, check this out. So the legs and the back are going to be the main hit points when you want to build muscle. Okay, for me, from my experience, you build your legs, you build your back. The front part's gonna be easy because look at the back. Look at the lats here. All right, look at all this. All right, and if you have like, yeah, that's what I'm going back to is when you have low back pain right here, the QLs, all that stuff. That means the glutes may or may not be firing. And that happens a lot when you sit down a lot. Glutes aren't firing. Look how big. Look how big this muscle is. If this muscle ain't working, then this guy's gonna take over. Then it's all out of whack. But muscle is basically lean, metabolically active tissue in your body that helps you move. And it burns fat. The more muscle you have, the more energy you burn at rest. But if you look at, I want people to understand that. Look how much muscle your back and your legs have compared to just the body. Everyone's like, I just want to work on the abs and then just the chest and then the arms. It's like, no, but you're ignoring everything else. Look at all this stuff. So I want you guys to see all this because this is what you have to visualize. It's there. Everyone has a six pack somewhere. Everyone everyone is shredded in their own way, and if you just take out all the fat, now we just go focus on the fat. And that is that. How do I get rid of the fat? It's not even like, what is fat? Because people are going to be like, I know what fat is. I hate it. How do I get rid of it? It's like, all right. So in this picture, this is a great example of visceral fat. And this is fat around the organs. This is the big one. The fat that's on your skin. The one like above the six pack, that's kind of like you could pinch it and all that stuff. That one's gonna be easy to get rid of, but we're talking about like the fat that's around the organs, like this shit right here. This is bad. This is what gives you the beer gut. Okay, you have a lot of this shit. You have a lot of visceral fat in your beer gut, or you have visceral fat within your organs that's giving you that beer gut, and it's not good. This is the most unhealthiest fat. It's dangerous fat. But you want to focus on getting rid of this. How do you get rid of it? We will go over it. But fat is also living. It also does a lot of things. If you guys, I did a whole podcast on how to deal with fat, and that is on the Nerd Out and Workout podcast. It was, I think, the episode 32. So check that out. I'll link it below too if you guys want to check that out. And I go into detail about what is fat. But fat is also it is an active tissue. Not as crazy active as fat, but it does communicate with your body, and there is a reason why we have fat as far as surviving. But at the same time, too much of everything is not always good. So just want people to visualize. We're all visual. We're visual, right? So I want people to understand, like, look at this. Look at this. Like, if you just think about like not just the fat that you see, but the fat that's in there that you don't even realize. You can't touch this. You can't pinch this. This is under your abdominals and around your organs. And people don't realize it until it's too late when you have that beer gut. So yeah, just want people to understand that. Okay. Out of the 5 steps, step number 1, we're doing ownership and discipline. And you're like, oh, Austin, is this one of those motivational videos? I'm like, no. This is like, you have to get your mind right before everything else. Things that happen here will translate into everything else. We can't get, I could tell you how to do and all that, but if you're not in the right mindset, if you're playing the victim, then it was useless. Everything that the time I spent was useless. And I've seen that. So my first thing is you got to take ownership. You got to be disciplined. I'm sorry, but you got to be disciplined. You got to take ownership. You are not the victim. Stop blaming everyone else. I don't give a shit if you feel like you don't have time. You got to have kids and da-da-da-da. Like, Austin, you're not a parent. It doesn't matter. Like, I've trained moms who come in here at 5 a.m., 4 a.m. Like, they come in, they do work. It's like, I don't want to wake up that early. Da-da-da. I work, da-da-da. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. Okay, you got to make time for yourself. If it's not that important to you, you're gonna find an excuse. And I fucking hate that shit. All right, so if you're the one who's like blaming everyone and it's not your fault and it's like, oh, I just can't do it, or it's, oh, I'm always so tired, then stop watching this video right now. But if you are willing to make a change, if you want to understand how to actually get things going and start your quest, then keep listening. Okay, look at this guy. All right, this symbolizes ownership and discipline. All right, so that's Leonidas. All right, look at this. Arnold, you lack discipline. So, and if you notice the slideshow, the presentation that I'm showing. I don't do a lot of like bullet points or read I don't read off this shit. I go like, these are visual cues, and I'm going to be telling you guys a lot of what I mean by these steps. So ownership and discipline, basically, you have to take ownership of your problem right now. You have to take ownership of what's going on with you. Why, why did you gain this weight, or why do you feel out of shape? Whatever has led you to watching this video and feeling like you need help, you have to understand and take ownership of the fact that you got yourself here. It's no use to blame anything or anyone else for what has happened. Unless it's like some traumatic, crazy motorcycle accident you've been through, or you're diagnosed with something. There is to a point, but at the same time, everything else, if you're just that average person who just, I don't know how this weight came on, I don't know how everything came on, it's like, nope. Gotta take ownership. All right? If you understand that this is my fault, you have to, if it's your fault, not if, it's like, you have to understand that it's your fault for you being at this point, and you need to make a change. And with that, you have to understand that it's going to take discipline to get yourself going. All right. Everyone hates working out, or not everyone. Majority of people hate working out when they start it. Okay. It's like, oh my God, I'm tired, or I'm injured, or I don't feel good. I have a headache. Like, fuck that shit. Fuck that. Okay. If you're going to let that get in the way, then yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. Cry me a river, blame everyone else, whatever. It's not worth the time. But again, the people who get after it, who overcome that, damn, I don't want to wake up, but I gotta fucking do it. Like, oh, I feel like shit, but I gotta do something. I gotta work out somehow, some way. I gotta just do something. The people who do that, God, the results are fast. Because once you get into a rhythm of getting out of bed, eating right, working out, all that fun stuff, and we're gonna go over those things. Once you get those dialed down, just focus on just doing it one day at a time. Stop thinking about, oh, I gotta do all this in like 12 weeks, a year. I gotta do this by summer. Summer's coming. I'm over. You guys are thinking about too much. Think about the next step forward, not 13 miles down. Stress everyone out. All right, so take ownership. If you can't take ownership and you're always blaming something else or someone else, this video is not for you. I don't care. I'm not going to be offended if you stop watching or give me a thumbs down. It's okay. It's cool. I get it. Not my problem. But at the same time, if you're willing to I get it. That's my fault. I could do something about it. All right. Cause look, when you take ownership, now you could do something about it. It's in your hands. It's in your power. But if you keep blaming something else, it's in their power. It's in their I'm the victim. I can't do it. Oh my God, the person always cooks so much food, or I have a headache. I can't do it. Get out of here. Then you don't want it. Then you should be the last person complaining about how oh my God, I'm so out of shape and da da da. Take ownership. And now, once you take ownership, you're in control. Be disciplined. Be disciplined in your action of making yourself better. Okay? Or getting after this goal of building muscle or losing fat. It's not going to be easy. Track your eating. That's step 2. Once you take ownership, you're disciplined, we're going to focus on your eating. All right? Record and manage it. I'm not a registered dietitian. I'm not going to go over these little fucking, there's fucking so many YouTube videos out there. So much fucking articles about how much to put, how much carbs and proteins and fats and ketos and intermittent fasting and all that fun stuff. I'm giving you very simple shit that you could do right now is record and manage, okay, your food. Because I can tell you right now, if you are in a place where you're out of shape, you gained weight, you want to lose extra fat, you want to build muscle, chances are you're not really focusing on what you're eating. You're not really managing what you're eating. How many calories did you have today? How many grams of protein, grams of carbs, grams of fat? It doesn't make sense for me, to tell you, this is how much protein you need, this is how much carbs, and da-da-da. Until you get it, until you hone the fact that you need to manage and understand where the hell, what are you consuming? Okay, there's apps everywhere. Look at this. I think this is MyFitnessPal or lose it. Well, whatever app. There's apps that look very similar to this. They have a food library. You can freaking take pictures now of your freaking snacks. 6 million foods in our database. If you just do this, follow the algorithm. Like I want to lose weight. This is my weight. This is my height. It's not going to be super accurate, but it's going to give you a general sense of like, based on your weight and your height and your sex and like this is where we recommend you to be, and these are the macros we want you to stick to if you want to build muscle or lose fat or by this date. All these engineers and software companies, they just look at all the data. They take a lot of data. Remember, guys, ladies and gents, they take a lot of data here, and they see what's trending. You know, a lot of you are like, oh, my data privacy and all that stuff. Cool, all right. But at the same time, you want to understand why and how these work. They collect data from a lot of people from different backgrounds, different demographics, and they see what trends lower, like what's trending for them, and what's the biggest success for people with your age group and demographic and all that fun stuff. And then it plays into their algorithm so they can calculate and best represent, well, like this is where your calories need to be. This is how much protein, carbs, and fat you need to take. And it gives you accountability. Like if you just do this every day, you're going to start seeing results. If you do this every day and you stick to it for 14 days, you will start seeing results. Like if you go, I want to lose weight, and you just stick to the calorie count and you really meticulously manage your eating, and you record everything, if you're honest with yourself, you will fucking see results. This is fucking free. I am dead serious. Like, I tell all of our personal clients that. All right? I tell all of our personal clients. This is like one of the first things I tell them to do, just track your eating. I mean, yeah, we have meal guides and all that fun stuff, but one of the biggest things here is just to track your eating. Track your eating and you're gold. You're good. But a lot of people don't like that. Again, it takes discipline. It's like, oh, I gotta always put it in. I gotta always put it in my phone and do this. It's like, okay, well, if you're not putting in your food, what are you doing with that time? Well, I'm going on Instagram and I'm gonna go check Facebook. I'm reading this article. I'm watching this YouTube video. It's like, It's like, if you're always on your phone, you have no excuse to be recording this shit. They have this on Android and iOS. Don't give me that shit like, well, I have Apple, so I don't know if they have Android. Well, I have Android, but I don't know if they have iOS app. No. Lose it, MyFitnessPal. I have no promo code. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just like, this is more for your benefit. All right? Your benefit. Step 3, movement. Get off your ass. Just fucking move. Okay? You move, you burn calories, you use energy. Your body's made to move, not to fucking sit in place. It's made to move. The reason why you hurt, like, it's weird. Like you sit for 8 hours and you hurt because you put your body in a place where it's not able to move and stretch and do all these things. So it aches. But it's crazy because like when we ache, it's like, oh, I have my back hurts, or my headache, or oh my God, I can't move. No, I can't work out. It hurts. I gotta rest. It's like, rest from what? What did you do? What did you do? It's like, look, body weight movements is the biggest thing. All right. Like you look up body weight, you could download so much free body weight workouts. It's ridiculous. Like there's so much free body weight workouts. There's like, and the focus is like, there's abs, there's quads, there's glutes, there's triceps, there's biceps, there's back, there's chest. But you want to start strength training, body weight is where it's at first. Because what we do, especially when we coach athletes or gen pop, it's body weight first. We start you with a stick, a band. We got to see if your glutes are firing right. We got to see if there's any imbalances in the shoulders and the hips, ankle, knee, like what's going on with those joints. We go by joint. And if you're a coach, you know what I'm talking about. Joint by joint. Like like the hip is moves a certain way. It's supposed to move in all 3 planes, and the knee is only supposed to move in a hinge movement. All right, door hinge is the knee, and then this is the hip joint right here. But if some shit's going down with your hip where you can't really move that much, guess what? The knee that's supposed to bend just like a door hinge, now it's going to take on the try to take on the responsibility of trying to move in other ways where it can't, leading to injury. You don't know it until you have that knee pain, like, oh, my knee kind of hurts. I don't know why. But that's the thing. Like so body weight movements, like you don't have to have a barbell yet. Going on a hike, getting off your ass and moving. All right, doing all that, and once you get comfortable moving and hiking and walking or running and doing that consistently, then you can start doing strength training. Yes, and I use this example because the girls at our gym are beasts. This is like our beginning. Oh my god, I gotta. Sorry, hold on. I gotta. Whoop. All right. But actually, no, the music's pretty badass. So look at these guys. Look. So that's Cassie, and that's Steph, and that's Sheila, and they're still with us. They're still doing it. This is back when, like, they're just beginner weightlifting, and they're just trying to learn. She's just trying to learn that rack position, but like you don't have to start heavy. This is Coach Tim who led our weightlifting program. But like, look at this. Like lifting weights. All right, strength training is going to be one of the biggest ways to build muscle. And this is like, look, Olympic weightlifting is great. It's full body. I mean, look at that. Like, you're getting the back. You're working. You're challenging your hips. All right, your shoulder mobility and strength. And you're just squat. You're doing full body gross movement patterns. You're burning more energy. You're working more muscles, and you're building. You're not bulking up. Okay, and you could take that's just weight training. You could also take it you could just take it back, and if you mastered body weight, you could do more body weight stuff. And I'll show you that. So this is when I took my staff and my business partners into an RFT type of workout. Okay, and that's one of our fundamentals that we do, like learning how to crawl, like just doing crawling. Crawling backward, crawling with your body weight, crawling sideways. Like, try that. That shit sucks. And you could do this anywhere. You could do this. This is great especially for people who have like, they can't do a lot of high impact, especially for those of you who haven't moved a lot. There's like no high knees, and like jumping is so hard for, like, maybe it's like your joints are all fucked up or your ankle's fucked up. But doing certain movements like crawling and all that stuff, or even focusing on just, like 1 foot hops or like gorillas and all that fun stuff. This shit sucked. But it challenges you. It challenges you to look at that. Look at this rotation, flexion, and extension with this movement. Look at that. And that's just this is called a sit through, and it's like it's a cardio type of workout. You don't have to run. You don't have to run at all. You like doing body weight stuff too will help. But bottom line is you got to move. No matter how you got to do it, you got to move. All right. This is when you build muscle, like how to build muscle fast is you just got to start moving. All right. You just got to start moving, because guess what? When you're moving, you're adding more stress. You're doing like in a good way. And when you stress your muscles to do more things, they will grow. Seinfeld. They will grow. The muscles will build. It doesn't have to be like, again, super a lot of weight, but again, strength training with the barbell, learning basics, or even just body weight movement. They will grow. And if you're eating right, if you're tracking your eating and eating the right macros, they're going to grow while your body is still burning fat, because you're still in this, like, you're still in a certain caloric intake. You're still like eating. So you're still sticking to your macros. You're eating more protein, healthy fats, less carbs, only carbs for your workout. So you have energy. But when you start, you're just disciplined. You just record your eating and you move, record your eating and you move. You're going to build muscle. It's not going to be in the traditional way of like Arnold Schwarzenegger or China from WWE, where it's like, oh, I'm like gaining, I'm pumping my muscles, I'm pumping. But you're still going to build lean body mass and burn fat. Again, if you do it for 30 days, you'll start seeing a difference, and you start noticing it in your clothes first, not even the weight. All right. The weight is accumulation of your muscle, bone, organs, fat, and water. All right. But the real way you can understand how you're going to be burning, like you're burning fat and you're building muscle, right, is if your clothes fit differently. If you start noticing things, if other people like who see you not so much and they see you again, like, oh, are you losing weight? That's how you know, like the way your clothes fit, all that fun stuff. Now, frequency is number 4. Repetition. Discipline. This plays into discipline. But frequency. So training, all right, training for, it's just shown you train 2 to 3 times a week and just weight training. You can do cardio 3 to 4 times a week too, light cardio. But if you do weight training, strength training 2 to 3 times a week, all right, the change in muscle size and building muscle mass is greater. It seems common sense, but it's not. I got this from the the muscle doctor PhD, the muscle PhD. You can follow him on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Snappy Chat. But like, there's people who are like, oh, I could just train once a week. It's like, dude, really? Like, I don't offer once a week programs. I don't. It's unless you're like a super elite athlete, like, okay, like it's kind of like a deload type of program. But like once a week, you can't be doing that. You got to be disciplined enough to hit this 3 to 4 times a week of strength training, moving your body, or being active at least 5 days a week. Being active at least 5 days a week. Watching your eating 7 days a week. Every day you got to watch your eating. You could have a cheat day here and there. That's cool. You do the 80-20 rule. 80% clean, 20% eating whatever you want. I mean, stay sane. Not saying like fucking, we're not getting ready for a bodybuilding show, guys. But at the same time, be consistent. Be honest with yourself. Watch your eating, be consistent, and do it frequently. Because when you do it frequently, your results will come faster. And I'm not saying like just like eat an apple and an orange and a banana a day and just do 10 miles of cardio every day. Like, no, that's not the right way. But I'm just saying it'll be more efficient. You'll start seeing your results faster. And I'm not saying hella fast, but you'll see your results coming with a little ease, and it'll be effective. And yes, you're going to probably hit a plateau, but let's not even focus on the plateau, because I'm like, well, then I'm going to hit a plateau. It's like, you're focusing on the wrong thing. You haven't even gotten started yet. Who's to say you're going to hit that plateau yet? Yes, you're going to hit that plateau, but when? We don't know. We don't know if you're going to hit the plateau. Like, people are like, well, if I do this, I'm going to eventually hit a plateau. It's like, okay, well, we'll figure it out when you get there. Until then, get there. People don't worry. They don't focus on getting there. They're not even started yet. They're already worried about the next step. They're already worried about like, oh, and then if I do this, okay, well, let's start and we'll figure it out when we get there. Let's just go. Stop overthinking shit. Stop overthinking shit. Just fucking do it. Well, I hate it when people just say, just fucking do it. Okay. Stay where you are and think about it more. While all these other people will start right now. They'll probably fuck up a few times, but guess what? They're going to be way farther than you in a week than you are. Well, when I start, it's going to be clean. It's going to be super effective. It's going to be efficient. Sure. Okay, buddy. Until you start running into problems. Then what? And then I point back to the people who started already. Guess what? They ran into those problems already and they figured it out. Number 5 is putting it all together. Making it happen. All right, you got to make it happen. You just got to make it happen. You got to put it all together. And by this is you got to be consistent. Consistency beats intensity. Consistency beats intensity, ladies and gents. You just got to be consistent. And I have this frequency, there's discipline. You could argue that, Austin, you just said the same thing in three different ways. But guess what? People don't do it. So yes, I got to do it in 3 different ways. I could title this video 3 ways to build muscle and shed fat fast. But no, I did 5 ways because I have to repeat the same notion 3 times because people don't get it. They just want to do it fast. Like, I just want to do like a 21-day cleanse. It's like, what? Like, I need a reset. I need a 30-day reset. It's like, stop. And it's like, well, Austin, you don't know what you're talking about. You're not super shredded. You're not. It's like, okay, yeah, no, I'm not super shredded. Okay. But at the same time, I keep a decent shape and I've helped a lot of people surpass their expectation. And I will show you in the next slide. You have to understand. It's like, I don't sell any method. If you notice that, I don't sell any freaking way of life or the hyper method and download my program of the hyper method. I don't sell that shit. All right. I sell honest to God hard work. I sell the opportunity to be coached by our coaches. I sell the opportunity to just work out and have fun and be in a fun environment. But I just sell hard work. It's one of the most honest things we could sell is like fitness in another way, not just like, selling the snake oils and the get lean quick schemes. Like, no, just hard work. Just teaching people how to live right, be consistent about it. Motivating them, inspiring them, but educating them on top of it all. That's the most honest thing we could do. Right? I'm gonna show you right now. It's like, there's no secrets. I'm not selling you any secrets. All right. Look at this. Mel. Okay? Mel Sagot. She's a nurse. 3 kids. After her 3rd kid, she came to me. Want to do some personal training with us? Did some personal training and did some group classes. Came 3 to 4 times a week in the mornings for only for 45 minutes only, because that's the only time she could get because she has 3 kids. So 45 minutes and in and out. And all she did was watch her eating. She cleaned up her eating consistently while watching her 3 kids and still made it to the workouts. Was it 9 a.m., 10 a.m., whatever she could make, 5 a.m., 8 a.m. We got it in 3 days a week. And on top of that, she did her cardio on her own. She did her workout, nothing crazy. And she lost 15 pounds in what? I think 90 days? But it was 15 good, solid fat pounds. And she built muscle. And she actually looks leaner than that now. I just don't have the picture right now. But she lost, people are 15 pounds only in 3 months? That's not so much. It's that's a pound a week almost. It's a pound a week of fat, of body fat. You see it. She's toned. She was leaning out. It's crazy. And it's her workouts were only 45 minutes. She was just working out. She tracked her eating and she just kept consistent. Okay? That's her. Then we got Castillo. Now, Castillo did all this on his own. I'm not going to take credit for this shit. Nope. Okay? This is open gym. He's a great friend of mine. He just comes in and does work. Consistent. Every morning he comes in, does our fit 3D scan to see where he is. All right, but he watches his eating. He watches his eating a lot. And just comes in, does workout. His workouts are an hour, and they're nothing crazy. I'll give him workouts to do. Hey, try this. Hey, try that. And he likes it, and I'll give him workouts to do. But I'm not gonna sit here and be I programmed him and he lost 30 pounds on my program. No. It was just consistency and hard work. All right, he came in the gym probably 4 times a week. 4 times a week. Okay? And I think he lost about 30 pounds, 40 pounds. He'll correct me if he watches this video. But yeah, Karen. This is Karen. All right, she was the girl that she was the girl who was lifting in one of the first videos. You probably saw her. But I think this is a solid 10 pounds of just fat that she just lost, and she didn't do any cardio. She hates cardio. All right. So she did some of our conditioning classes, but this change happened when she just started lifting with us. She started weightlifting consistently. She did powerlifting first. She did that 4 days a week, and then she transferred into weightlifting. And she's very shy. She doesn't like showing her face, but it was consistent. She watched her eating, but she could eat. We went to a Korean barbecue place one time, and she was handling it. She was making some guys getting put to shame, but at the same time, but she does work. That's the thing. When you lift, you require energy, but she did work, and this is all just her. This is lifting weight, no cardio. It's crazy. What else? Oh, this guy. So this is Tristan. Okay, this is the machine. All right, he's a software engineer, and from 2016 to 2017, this was only 4 months. He lost 30 pounds in 4 months. And for those of you who book consultations with me, I'm going to talk about this guy again. But this is Tristan. Okay, 2016 to 2017. This it was so anyways, it was 4 months of work consistently, lost 30 pounds. And then this from 2017 to 2019, this is 2 years of consistency. 2 years of consistency. Because this guy had another kid. He has 2 kids. He's a software engineer, works full time, and he just does group classes. And he came and started training with us. He just started training with us consistently. Watches his eating, on point with his eating, uses our microwave to heat up his meal prep. But this guy went from almost dying his first workout. We were going through warm-ups, and one of my staff members was like, "Hey man, I think this guy's gonna faint." And we're like, "Hey dude, chill out." And he barely could make the first workout, and now he's killing it. We call him the machine because he's always leading the workouts. Or we always got to give him some different type of workout because I want to make sure that he's getting a great workout when he's in here. So he's killing it. So this was great. This is a great story. He was just consistent, man. Nothing crazy. I didn't put him on any special diet. I didn't put him on any special workout. He just came in, did the workout, did the work, made sure he was hitting all the good points, and he was consistent. He just showed up and did his thing. 45-minute to hour workouts. Sometimes he would stay after and do extra, the better he got. Sarah, one of my very first clients, oh man, this is way back when. She's in Texas now and she's killing it with her business. And she had a kid. And but I like bringing her up because when she first came in, she was like yakking on my she's gonna hate me. One of my first few classes, she was yakking, bro. And this is before I even opened my own gym. This is like when she started taking one of my classes at another gym. But like she started yakking. She's like, oh my God. I'm like, dude, are you okay? She says, no, I'm fine. And she just kept showing up 4 days a week. 5 days a week, would just take my 45-minute conditioning classes, and she killed it. I don't know how much weight she lost here, but she just looks good, and it was just a testament to I'm like, there was no secret. She just watched what you're eating and did everything else. And then, this is one of Coach Ant's client, and this guy killed it. All right, this guy shredded, like he's like shred, but like he leaned out. He did everything that Ant told him to do. He was on like a personal training program. He was lifting on his own. I think this was like more of a remote coaching, like online coaching. And again, we just programmed him, make sure he did everything right, make sure everything was dialed in. Just did the work. We just did the work. Consistency. Okay? Re-Ray. Look at Re-Ray. Okay, sorry. This is one of my buddies, Re-Ray. And he put on, I think, 15 pounds of muscle in this. And I was very proud of I was very proud of this because on the left was like, I think we were still in college and he was always like the skinny guy. Like we went to college together, and then he started working out with me like 3 days a week, just building muscle, just working out with me. And he just kept showing up, I always have to force him to eat more. He's one of those guys, like he's a hard gainer, but I'm like, it's not because you're not eating enough. It's just more, we need to create the demand for you to eat more so your body can grow. And yeah, I mean, before I was like, oh, you just got to eat. But since then, I've learned much better that you need to create demand for your body. So you need to create a reason for your body to grow. So we started lifting heavy 3 to 4 times a week, and whenever he could make it out to the gym. But he was consistent, and because of that, he was eating as much as he could because he got hungrier as he started like lifting with us, and he gained like 15 pounds of muscle. But now he's getting married, so I don't even know if he still has his physique. But I like to use him as an example because he's a great dude, and he was consistent. Again, he just built muscle, ate right, and did the training. So I hope this helps. This is funny. I just put my face on my face. I hope this helps. Thanks. Any questions? You can find me on the Instagram at Coach Toloza. Email me at train@hscgym.com. You can also follow our gym at hscgym.com, hscgym.com, or you can follow hscgym on Instagram, Twitter. You can also follow our YouTube, Hyper Strength and Conditioning, subscribe, like, do all the things, please. And also, if you guys want to really help us out too, like subscribe to our Nerd Out Workout podcast, come by the gym. If you really need help training, we got you. Just let us know. We have programs to fit any budget. So, but yeah, don't be shy. But again, one of the biggest things I want you guys to get out of this presentation is that it's doable. Whatever you're trying to do, it's doable. You can make this quest happen. You can build muscle. You can shed fat. It's consistency. It's not going to happen overnight, but if you give yourself time to really push yourself, be disciplined, and take ownership of your quest, you are going to earn yourself a better way of living through health. Because yeah, money's great. It's great. Money's great. But if you're not alive and you're not well to spend it and to enjoy it, especially time with family and your friends or experiences, then what's the point? So, and the reason why I brought that up, because I got kind of deep there, is that every time I do a consult with a new member, it breaks down to that. I need more time. I want a better health because I need more time with my family. I want more time with my kids. I want more time with my family. Yeah, I have money and this and that, but it's like I want my quality of life to be better. I want more life. I want to live more life. I want more energy. And it's doable. Take ownership, be disciplined. All right? Get off your ass, move, track your eating, do it consistently, do it like frequently, and I guarantee guarantee you things will happen. Great things will happen. This is Coach Austin coming to you from Hyper Strength and Conditioning here in San Jose, California. And I'll see you guys later.